Yo, what up, YouTube? It's Richawd back with another video. Now, we are in a Great Depression, in my opinion, bro. You know, the dollar is losing value by the day, by the year. I just read somewhere that said in 2025, the dollar lost a certain percentage of its value. I've been telling y'all that the dollar's been losing value. People who have done research on finances have been telling people that the money is going to continue to inflate, which means it's going to lose value over time because there's no gold and silver back then. I learned this, I think my senior year of high school, bro. My senior year of high school, or right after I graduated, I learned about this, so I've known this for a while. And, people can talk a lot about how a lot of people are just giving up and how that may seem weak. And, it is weak to give up. But can you really blame people for giving up and the times that we're living in right now, bro? Like, can you really blame people, bro? When you see the direction that the dollar is going, you see so many people getting laid off from their jobs. You see the cost of living going up, but the wages are staying the same. You see a lot of people that are working very hard and still struggling. It's always been a demographic of, poor people in the world. Even when the economy is thriving, it's going to be people struggling. But it seems like nowadays it's pretty much everybody is on eggshells and on a tight budget, and having to make certain sacrifices and certain changes, to make it in these times, bro. So all I can say is, bro, I understand, the person, male or female, who, may feel a little hopeless, may not really believe in anything. It's a lot of people losing faith these days because they're like, if there is a God, why do they have me in a world like that? Me, I've done research and I've read up on these times, so I understand why it's this way. But some people, you have the right to read something and not agree with it or not resonate with it. A lot of people, they read the Bible and they get real skeptical. Even me, as a believer, I get skeptical of some things. Sometimes it's revealed in time. Sometimes I'm still like, I don't know about that one. But, I can understand how a time like this will have people losing faith, bro, because you see, so many evil people running the world. The majority of the people that have the money are degenerates, bro. And, not really good people, not even not really, just not good people, bro. It's a scarcity of good people right now. A good person is rare. A lot of people have a lot of, spirits that, they're battling and that they're carrying around. And, it's just a strange time. It's a real doggy dog time right now. The dating market is Russian roulette. You know what I'm saying? Will you get popped or will you not? You know what I'm saying? Like dealing with these broads, it's just funny, bro. I seen this one girl. I ain't gonna cap. I tried to slide on her. It's one of them girls, bro. Like, I got her Instagram, bro, but like I didn't apply pressure right away. Like, anybody who knows the game, you gotta apply pressure right away, bro, because these girls is getting 1 million Instagrams a day, bro. So goddamn, they gonna be thinking about you for like an hour or two, and if you don't apply no pressure, some other dude gonna be applying pressure, and it's gonna be over with. So I tried to apply pressure like later on down the line because I was broke. So I didn't want to apply. When I first got her Instagram, I was broke. So I didn't want to apply no pressure because, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't trying to be on no broke shit. So I finally got my money up and I slid on her. And you know what I'm saying, she ain't even replying shit. But I had seen, goddamn, because this one of them like hood rat chicks, you know what I'm saying? And this is why, like, I'm like, bro, I got to like stay in my lane, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, sometimes I just be feeling ambitious, bro. So I'm going to try anyway, bro. But I already know, like, I ain't no hood girl speed, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's a hood girl, so, she like the gang bangers and stuff like that. I'm not a gang banger, She like dudes with tattoos, bad boys. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't classify myself as a bad boy. I'm not, I don't really classify myself as these, whatevers. Like, I'm Richawd, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be many different things all in one. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to it. Sometimes I could be a quote unquote bad boy if you bring it out of me, but naturally I'm just a laid back person. But anyway, this shorty, you know what I'm saying? She one of the ones that always go out the bad boys. She's like a manipulator. Like, I remember when I first met her, like, goddamn, she had asked me to buy her some shit, and my simp ass bought her some shit, thinking, goddamn, that's gonna lead to me getting some yams, bro. But she's a user, basically. A lot of these hood rat chicks, especially like if they come like from the hood, had to get out the mud. Yeah, if they see you as a nice guy, this girl saw me as a nice guy. If they see you as a nice guy, bro, they gonna try to finesse you and see what they can get out of you. You know what I'm saying? But they don't really respect you. You shouldn't pay these girls any type of mind. Like I said, if you a pookie, if you a thug, if you a hood dude, you know, these girls is, you know, bending over for you. But if you a dude with your head on straight, and I'm not saying all hood dudes don't got their head on straight. Like I said, I got family members that are in the hood. Nigga, I'm technically from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, my hood wasn't just crazy, but it was the south side of Chicago. Somebody did get unalived right across the street from where I live. So my neighborhood wasn't nothing sweet growing up, you know? So I definitely know what that environment is like. I just had two parents in my household who raised me with morals and principles, you know? So I always carry myself more classy than these niggas, you know, these hood niggas, bro. And the reason why I be on y'all ass so much is because I really do care about y'all, but I see y'all going down the demonic, destructive path, bro, where, you know, you unaliving people if, you know what I'm saying, they say something about somebody you like you niggas is really suspect, bro, how hard you be riding for other dudes, bro. I ain't gonna cap to you, bro. You know, it's kind of suspect at this point, bro, to, you know, somebody say something about your big homie and goddamn, you ready to go crash out about your big homie. Like, that's how niggas be acting with they bitches, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They shorty cheat on them, or they shorty do something stupid, they ready to crash out. But, you know, niggas ain't supposed to really be ready to crash out over another dude unless that's your family member, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. It's just kind of suspect to me, bro. You know, niggas just be glazing niggas, bro. You know, but, you know, that's why I stay away from y'all, bro, because y'all so quick to violence, bro. You know, y'all don't value another person's life, especially another person that look like you. You know, if a white person walk down the street, it seems like y'all show the white people more respect than y'all show your own people. And then y'all say the white person's oppressing y'all. See, that's why I stay on y'all ass. I don't care how many of y'all get turned off by it, how many of y'all get angry. I know I'm correct, bro. I know y'all not living right. Y'all know y'all not living right, bro. That's why y'all call me lame, bro, and shit like that, bro, because you can't challenge the points that I'm making, because the points that I'm making are correct. So all you can say is I'm a lame, I'm not this, I'm not that, whatever. You can have that. But the fact is, your lifestyle is destructive, bro. The fact is, your lifestyle isn't sustainable. The fact is, surrounding yourself with a group of men, you know, eventually it's just naturally in a man's nature to want to be dominant and to want to be in control. So eventually niggas is going to start snaking each other out, or if an opportunity presents itself, niggas is going to snake each other out. That's why the streets is dead, bro. The streets is dead, bro. It ain't got no principles. It ain't got no morals. It's all about money. And now we got this economy crashing. I'll be damned if I want to be on some block surrounded around a bunch of men, bro. You don't know where niggas' mindsets is. You think that's your dog. You think that's your rider because y'all hit a few licks together and because, you know, that nigga got a couple strikes. But goddamn, when shit really hit the fan, and if a motherfucker see a way out, that motherfucker gonna take their way out. And they ain't gonna care about you, bro. That's the streets. That's always been the streets. So that's why I understand people. Like, I get it, like, if, you know, some people, they just, you know, they on some hustler shit, but they really trying to get out. Like, they looking at the streets as temporary. I'm talking about niggas that, like, live and die by that shit. Niggas that just want to be in the streets forever, bro. Like, I respect the niggas that came up through the streets and goddamn, now they out that shit. You know, they still tapped in. They still got their ears to the streets. But goddamn, they not doing all that goofy shit. If anything, they the big homie and they let the little homies do all that goofy shit. Like, they off somewhere chilling. Like, ain't nothing connected to them no more, but they still connected. You know what I'm saying? Like, them the real G's, bro. But the niggas who just want to sit around and be on the block all day, bro, you're making yourself a target, bro. Especially if you got motion, bro. Because all that's going to do is make you a target to all the niggas under you. They're going to be studying you. They're going to be watching you. They're going to want to be around you. Not because they like you for real, but they're going to want to be around you so they can pick up on your cadences. So they can pick up on your patterns. So they can figure out, damn, how did this motherfucker become who he became? And goddamn, they're going to try to steal what you are, my nigga. You know, that's how these vultures move, bro. That's how these energy vampires move, bro. You know, but, you know, we just in a time, man, you just really got to have your head on straight, and you got to have faith, and no matter what happens, you know, a lot of people, you know, they worship money, you know, and you know, as this money continues to lose its value and eventually will be rewired, rebuilt, You know, a lot of people aren't going to be ready for that. A lot of people aren't going to be ready for the changes. But to me, it's going to be for the better and for the worse, bro. You know, things got to get worse to get better. But all I would say is, bro, keep living life to the fullest, bro. You know, like I said, we don't know when this thing going to end. So my mentality is go out with a bang. Treat every day like it's your last, my nigga. Get yourself in shape. You know what I'm saying? Get you a girl, you know. Live life, you know, read the Bible, read books, meditate, go to the beach, you know, take a trip, you know, do things for yourself, bro, while you can, bro, because you never know what tomorrow's going to look like. You never know what next week is going to look like. But on that note, I'm going to get up out of here, man. Peace. Hey, yo, my bad. I forgot to finish my point about Shorty. So, yeah, bro, so what ended up happening? So I slid on her or whatever. She curved me or whatever. Like I said, if I would have applied pressure earlier, she would have went, bro. She one of them shorties who's gone. You feel me? But anyway, long story short, she ended up getting her karma down the line because she the type of female who's you know, trying to finesse a dude out of their bag, you know, just looking for a dude for money so she can get money out of them, woo off the bam, right? So she had allegedly gotten a relationship. She was in a relationship for like a couple of weeks, bro. And then whole time, you know, old dude was just lying to her and shit like that. She thought like, you know, she thought that was her nigga. And he had like, you know, he had hoes and shit. He had a whole girl, you know, baby mama, all type of shit, bro. But my point being, bro, like these females who, you know, look down on the quote unquote, I don't even like saying good guy, bro, because that just has a bad, you know, reputation. Just a man with their head on straight, they look down on, bro. If you're not a crash out, you know, if you're not around here running a block around a bunch of dudes all day, acting feminine, if they don't feel like, you know, they can manipulate and they can control you. See, these females, they've seen from generation to generation, women control these pookies. These pookies live off of women. These pookies dependent on women. You know what I'm saying? So now a lot of these, you know, now what they doing is they going after the pookies, but they want the pookies with money. But you got to realize, for a pookie to get some money, you not stupid, right? So they go run up on these pookies with money, these quote unquote flashy dudes, these players, the scammers and whatnot. You know, these females is an open book these days, bro. They tell you exactly how they are, and you just watch them get finessed, you know. So she'll post, because like I say, or like I'm gonna say, I'm on her spam, so like I see all her bullshit. So she'll post like all, you know, all the weird shit, you know. And she'll be like, yeah, I want me a scammer or woo up the bam. Like, you know how these females are. They be giving qualifications of what they want and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a goddamn job interview or something. But yeah, bro. So long story short, she just be getting dogged out, bro. And it's funny, bro, because these females never learn. And then she got mad and she was talking about she finna turn dyke. She done with niggas. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. I got a good laugh out of that, bro. Because I'm like, man, that's what you get, bro. You going after these no good, dirty dog ass niggas, and you think you finna get something good out of it. You think you finna finesse a dog. You know what I'm saying? You think you finna go finesse a dude out his bag. He may throw you some bread here and there, make you feel important, make you feel like you got a chance. But whole time, you just some side action. A lot of these dudes, they see y'all as transactional, because that's all y'all are. You throw y'all a little bit of bread and y'all ready to pop the cooch. You take them out to eat to some exotic restaurant, especially if she a hood rat. You take a hood rat to some exotic restaurant in some white neighborhood or something. Oh man, she gonna give up y'all ain't even gonna make it back to the crib, bro. She gonna give up the yams once y'all get back to the car. You know, so these females is really easy and these dudes really see it. And these females don't want to take accountability for them being easy, and for them, all you got to do is throw them a little bread and look flashy and quote unquote have sex appeal, and whatever sex appeal is to you. You know, sex appeal is different to different women. But like I said, the hood rat chicks usually want the hood rat dudes. You know, that's usually how it goes. You know, so that's why I say I just gotta stay in my lane, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even try with hood girls no more, bro. It's like our mindsets is different, bro. You know, I need me, you know, a shorty who's in school or, you know, doing something with her damn life, got a brain. You know, not one of these females just looking for the easy way out, want to go strip. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, bro. So I just had to come finish my point right quick, because I ain't finished explaining the reason why I brought old girl up. But yeah, bro, like a lot of these girls that be rejecting y'all and this and that, bro, it's really God, you know, protecting you from them, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's really God. You really dodging the bullet, bro, because a lot of these females, they just want to finesse you out your bag and use you up. That's the type of female, bro. She would have just tried to use me up. She ain't, like I said, she ain't respect me. I'm not her speed. You know, her speed is the thug, scammer, degenerate type dude. You know, I have some degenerate type behaviors, but for the most part, I'm not just flat out degenerate. Like, it's certain lines, certain things I'm just not gonna do. You know, she the type of female want to be around a nigga that just do anything. You know what I'm saying? And then you get with a nigga that would just do anything, a no good nigga. You know he a no good nigga. You know he be running the streets and got all these females, and you think you so special cause what? You pretty? You think you so special because you pretty, and that nigga gonna cut off all his hoes for you. These females is delusional, bro. And then when dude don't cut off his females, when he just lie to you, because like I said, these dudes play the game. They know if they tell you the truth, they not gonna get the yams, so they gonna lie to your dumb ass, and they know you gonna fall for it. And then y'all fall for it to get mad at the dude. No, you should be smarter. You should have more discernment. You should have been able to see through the signs. Damn, why every time we link up, it's only at night, or it's only like in the morning, or it's at some weird time. It's all some sort of weird arrangements. I can never just pull up on them like that. I've never seen his crib. Like, you females so easy, bro. So easy, bro. So I don't know. I got a kick out of that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I got a kick out of seeing her get finessed, bro, and get dogged out, bro, because that's what she get, bro. Until she fix her mindset and start going after higher quality men, that's all that's going to happen to her. She pretty or whatever, so dudes is going to, you know, dudes is still going to clap, but that don't mean they like you. That don't mean they care about you. They just trying to clap, you know? But, yeah, bro, like, the dating game is cooked, bro. Like, I'm just talking about the hood rat chicks, bro, but I'm not trying to pick on them. It's really all these females, bro, like, for the most part. Not all, but all. You know what I'm saying? Not all, but 99.9%. You know what I'm saying? Like, their mindsets is just fried, bro. So pretty much all it is out here nowadays, you know, it is what it is, bro. It's just transactional, bro, for the most part, bro. Like, these females don't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, they not loyal, this, that, and the third. It's really just your turn, bro. These females are very temporary these days. So I say don't get too caught up in it, bro. Just enjoy your time, bro. You know, your time may be, you know, a week, a day, a month, a year, a couple years. However long your time is, bro, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And when it's up, you know, it's plenty more females for you to spend time with, you know? So it's a yin and a yang to it, bro. It's some bad to it, but it's also some good to it. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much all these females are going if you fit the criteria, you know? So all you got to do is try to fit the criteria, you know? But for the dudes that, you know, wanted more of an orderly lifestyle, yeah, it's kind of disappointing to see the state of the dating game, and it makes you give up on it. You know what I'm saying? It makes you be like, you know what? I ain't going to take nobody serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just, you know, may mingle around here and there, but it's like, you know, like I said, may enjoy my time a little bit with somebody, but I ain't really taking nobody serious for real, you know? And that's just where it is, bro. Everybody just playing the game at this point, and everybody knows the game is fried, but, you know, they play it anyway, because what are we going to do? Sit around and, you know, what are we going to do, bro? Sit around and, you know, not interact with the other race that we're attracted to, or the other race, the other gender that we're attracted to. You know what I'm saying? It's just not going to happen. It's just in a man's instincts to want a woman. It's just in a woman's instincts to want a man, bro. So, you know, even though the mindsets is fried, bro, we gonna continue to play this game until this game gets completely fried out, bro. And you know, really the only way to fix it is to starve out these females. The reason why they act the way they act is because of their mindset, but, you know, because of their mindset due to the ego, you know what I'm saying? They can get any man they want for the most part, but men just don't got that discipline to starve out the females, bro. So this behavior is going to continue on because, like I said, it always falls back on the men and the men's poor leadership, you know, until men start acting like men again and, you know, being real alphas and real, you know, head over households and real leaders, you know, then, you know, the game is just going to be fried, bro. But, yeah, I just have to end that point, bro. So everything's just kind of cooked right now, bro. The economy is just, it seems like it's all just, like I said, it's set to be fried, bro. And I know this seems like a doomer and a gloomer message, bro. Hey, man, the truth is just doomy and gloomy, bro. It is what it is, bro. If you can't handle it, bro, get out the deep end, bro. You know, get out the deep end. Go on the shallow end. Go back to the surface. Go back to the surface level shit. But here we dive deep, bro. We dive deep. But I'm out.